Hey everyone, it's Evan. It's been a couple weeks since I got back from Idaho and I don't want to get rusty with those techniques, so I'm going to head off first to a gravel runway and then to a grass runway. So welcome aboard. I'm Evan Anderman, a geologist, photographer, and pilot based in Denver, Colorado. Come with me as I discover new ways to look at the environment.
Going east, 6 Mike 8, thank you. So our flight plan today, first we're going to head up to Easton Valley View, which is the gravel runway, and then down to Chaparral, and then back to Centennial. Of course, we have to fly around the Denver International Airspace, and there's a TFR starting about 12:15 for the Rockies. So the Easton Valley View Airport has 2 runways, east-west, 4,000 foot. It says grass, but it's really gravel. And then a north-south, 2,400 foot. I'm going to use the east-west for the time being. Maybe I'll get to the other one eventually. And then the Chaparral, it's a private airport, and so it's not in the database. If you go to flycolorado.org, it has information about the airport and runway. There are 2 runways, again, a north-south, east-west. The north-south is the predominant one, and it is 4,000 feet. It says turf dirt. That's about right. And then there's a crosswind one, which is has been shortened up here. It's due to fire on runway 1129, shortened to approximately 1,800 feet. So I'd rather land on the north-south one. But of course, we'll see what the wind is doing. I'm all ready to go. Just got to get out of Centennial. What it takes.
November 6 Mike Yankee, fly straight out, runway 17 left, clear for takeoff.
Cleared for takeoff on the 17 left, fly straight out, 6 Mike Yankee. Minutes to the Easton Valley View Airport. Anyway, I thought I'd talk a little bit about what I did up in McCall, Idaho. Did a mountain and canyon flying class up there, which was awesome. Had 3 days of flying, 4 hours each day, so about 12 hours total of instruction with an awesome instructor. And Gary Gładowski is his name. So on the first day, we spent like an hour just above McCall finding out all the airspeeds and the stall speeds and trying to figure out what the right configuration was going to be for slow flight. And it was interesting because the stall speed is like 35 going straight ahead in a turn in which you'd expect the wing loading to be more, you'd expect the stall speed to go up. Because of the vortex generators that are on the airplane, the stall speed was actually lower. It was 33 knots, so that's kind of interesting. But anyway, we came up with a slow speed configuration, 20 inches of manifold pressure and 20 degrees of flaps, and that should get you about 65 knots. So you do that until you get into your steep approach, and then you bring back the throttle. Once the propeller decouples, you can advance the propeller, and then you can use pitch and power to bring it into the airport at 55 knots approach speed and full flaps, and then flare and keep pressure back on the yoke in order to keep that nose wheel off the ground as long as possible. So that's the basic technique. Then we'll taxi around to take off and never stop. As we get to the runway, we'll just keep moving around, hit full power, the 20 degrees of flaps, and pitch just slightly nose high, and and keeping that nose wheel off the ground. Hopefully the nose wheel actually does come off the ground, but at that point, hoping to have enough rudder authority to keep the torque factor from the turbocharged engine is pretty extreme. So that's why you want to keep the nose wheel down as long as possible, but then, keep pressure off it. It's kind of a dance that you do between the two. So that's why I come out and practice, right? Okay, just to check the winds, nearest weather station is at Greeley, which is, 6 miles north of Easton. 135, 175.
Greeley Weld County Airport. Automated weather observation. 1723 Zulu. Wind variable at 03. Visibility 10. Sky conditions clear. Temperature 26 Celsius. Dew point 14 Celsius. Altimeter 299.5. Remarks. Density altitude 7,000.
Okay, density altitude in the 7,000s there. Because I guess Greeley's 4,600 feet. Got the field and hangars in sight. Start slowing it down, bringing some flaps. Crank the seat up as much as possible. Get to see over the nose. Do the 45 entry, left downwind for 26. Easton Valley View, 6 Mike Yankee, entering a left downwind for a full stop 26 at Easton. Bring in the second notch of flaps. And 20 inches. Slowing down. 70 knots.
East Valley View traffic, Command 1 is taxiing to runway 26 for northbound departure, East Valley View.
And Easton 6 Mike Yankee is in a left downwind for a full stop on 26 at Easton. Easton 6 Mike Yankee left base for full stop 26 Easton. Pitch and power. Easton 6 Mike Yankee turning final, full stop 26 Easton. And the stall warning horn comes on early, 55 knots. Not quite as soft as I opened for. Got distracted looking at that other airplane. Easton Valley View, 6 Mike Yankee is clear of 26.
East Valley View traffic, Command 1 is departing runway 26 East Valley View.
Nice, he stayed in ground effect there. Did you see that? Got my 20 degrees of flaps ready to go. Just got to hit the mixture. Maybe I'll stay in the pattern and do one more of those. Work on the aim point. That's the important part coming in. But there's a highway right on the end of the runway. So I hate to aim too short. Easton Valley View, 6 Mike Yankee is going to depart off 26 and stay in the pattern for another full stop on 26 at Easton. Okay, there's the mixture. Okay, here we go. Full back pressure, full power. Okay, ground effect. Tail climbs out. There it is. And Easton traffic, 6 Mike Yankee is on the left downwind for a full stop on 26 at Easton. Get to my 20 inches and 65 knots. Yeah, there's a slight crosswind off the right. Easton traffic, 6 Mike Yankee, left base, full stop 26 at Easton. Not quite as shallow this time. Easton Valley View, 6 Mike Yankee, turning final, full stop 26 Easton. Yep, not as nice. I get a big updraft right before final, and short final. That's why I practice this stuff, right? Okay, try again. Thought the takeoff was pretty good. Gotta keep working on the landing. 20 degrees of flaps. Don't forget the trim. Helps you pitch over. Eastern traffic, 6 Mike Yankee is departing on 26 and departing the pattern to the southeast. Okay, there's the mixture. Keep the power coming in, make sure I don't hit the fence post over there. Give some right aileron. Here we go. Easton Valley View, 6 Mike Yankee is departing the pattern to the southeast. Good day, Easton. Pitch and power. I think I have to keep the power on right before I land just to slow down that descent rate. So I'm pretty close to the stall, and then I go into the flare and it totally stalls. Loses all the energy. See if that works better on this next one. Doesn't help to have like a big updraft right before on short final. 8 minutes down there now. Well, we'll shop the airstrip, see what the air's like, decide whether to touch down or not. Airstrip's in sight up there, still a few miles away. Head up at 20 inches while we bring the flaps in. Okay, I'm gonna shop this airstrip a little more. That one's a real airport, so I know that somebody's keeping an eye on it. This one I need to make sure that I'm comfortable landing at, and I know everything about it before I decide to touch down on it. Looks pretty good. The north-south one, east-west one, doesn't look like it's as used. The wind is out of the south, it looks like, or no wind, but I guess I can land to the south. Looks like it's in good shape. Maybe the wind's a little out of the east. Got cones on either side of it. See the threshold there. Pitch and power. Yeah, the terrain is really unhappy with me. I guess it's kind of a gusty wind out of the east. Okay, that was good. Sorry I kept quiet there. I think I did a little better than on the gravel, but I'll go ahead and turn around. Got my 20 degrees of flaps in. All flaps are open. This is in good shape too. Taxi back down to the end. Mixture in. Turn it around. Bring in full power. Remember a little left aileron. Whoa, just touched down again. Awesome, well that was good. That was good. Now we can turn back towards Centennial. It's 13 minutes back. Well great, that was a great flight. I re-familiarized myself with Chaparral, which I've been to before, and I did land last week at Easton. So I think they're two good airstrips that are kind of indicative of what you find up in Idaho or in the backcountry. The gravel definitely. This one seemed like less grass. I mean, the grass up in Idaho is cared for generally, but it was great. I think I did okay. Some of the approaches were better than others, but that's why I keep coming out and practicing. So thanks for coming along. Hope you found it interesting. Make sure to hit the subscribe, the like, tell all your friends and family about this. I'll catch you on the next flight.